Rotting floors, flies and fleas permeated the New Jersey Hoarder home where 276 dogs were rescued by workers in hazmat suits. Pugs, Chihuahuas and Yorkshire Terriers could be seen shaking in fear as they were exposed to the outside world for the first time in their lives. The dogs were found on the shelves, living under beds and even between the walls of the Charlene and Joseph Hendricks home in Howell. Officials said the house was in deplorable condition and called it the worst hoarding case they had ever seen in the history of Monmouth County. The floors were covered in urine and feces and a stench filled the air, so bad that even neighbors had complained in the past. But authorities did not become involved until an official from the Associated Humane Society came by the neighborhood after a dog on the loose was reported on Thursday. When the official came across the Hendricks home, he could smell the stench and hear dogs barking inside. After no one answered the door, the official contacted the Monmouth County Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. According to NBC New York, officials began pulling out dogs from the home the very next morning, including one that was in the middle of giving birth and 20 other dogs who were visibly pregnant. Joseph and Charlene Hendricks will likely face charges for failing to provide veterinary care and offering inhumane living conditions. The charges could have been more serious if dead of extremely malnourished dogs had been discovered in the home, according to Ashbury Park Press. But Rosli Chitra, Chief Law Enforcement Officer of the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, said most of the dogs were in fair condition and no dead dogs were found. The dogs were under-socialized and fearful, as they had been exposed to few people, and some received oxygen at the scene or were transported to emergency veterinary care. 80 dogs were also vaccinated at the scene before authorities ran out of supplies. One rescuer said Charlene was in tears as she watched her dogs get taken away, calling them "my family." "We're not bad people," Joseph told the paper. "It's more than you think," Charlene added, without explanation. One neighbor said she had not seen Charlene outside of the home in 5 years. The couple, who were cooperating with authorities, said they had started 3 years ago with 8 dogs, and the numbers just grew and grew as the dogs had more and more pups.